You've retained that enormous popularity. You never lost it. Why the slow hand?
I think it's a pun.
Yeah?
Yeah. Slow hand clap, you see. I think that's it. I don't really... That must be. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah. And you've been called, of course, by not just fellow guitarists, but by everybody, the greatest. What, in all engaging modesty, what makes you a legend? What has made you that? I mean, apart from talent.
I think it's a lot of different things all combined. It's something to do with the music itself. I think to begin with, there were very few people playing the kind of music that I took up. The blues to begin with, and then rock and roll. But mainly the blues, and I think that was very rare in England for anyone to be playing it. So first of all, I was quite kind of elite.
Yeah. Or were you one of the few people in pop groups at the time who could actually play the guitar?
Maybe so, yeah, maybe so. I mean, everyone wanted to play chords and skiffle, and the bit like the Beatles, really. There weren't that many lead guitar players, you're right.
Yeah. You didn't want to be a Beatle. You, in a sense, certainly in your early career, it seems to me that you shied away from the spotlight.
Well, yes, I think that, see, the Beatles came along a little bit after I'd already decided what I wanted to be, which was to be a blues man, and I was very purist about that, you see.
Yeah.
So, all kinds of pop music were alien to me for a long time. And I was really...
Do you have still that kind of attitude about pop music?
A little bit. I have to try and talk myself out of it sometimes. I find I'm a bit prejudiced.
What kind of stuff are you prejudiced
I'm not
against?
No, you don't.
Oh, no. I mean, the kind of stuff that's produced on, as if from a factory somewhere.
I think the best way to wrap it up would be, say, like company music that is made by groups of people specifically for the market.
Yeah. Was that one of the reasons, the fact that you were kind of eschewing stuff? Did you not want to be famous?
Yes, sure, if it was, as long as it was incidental to what I wanted to do.
And you've still kept that kind of ideal?
Yeah. I think it's very important. I don't know how long I would have lasted if I'd just gone for the fame itself.
Yeah, because you achieved fame very early. You were about 19, and suddenly there it was, and you were with the Yardbirds. Did that have a bad effect on you, do you think? Could you handle it?
Well, I left the Yardbirds because they wanted me to make, they wanted to make amongst themselves a pop record, and they'd got a song called For Your Love, which they recorded, and I thought, well, it's either stay with them and start wearing Nehru jackets and all that sort of thing, you see, or go and do your own thing, or pack it in altogether.
Yeah. And when you formed Derek and the Dominoes, it seemed to be the same thing. You didn't call yourself Eric Clapton and group. It was Derek and the Dominoes. Is that the same thing?
Well, slightly different. I just wanted to see if the music was good enough to make it on its own. I really wanted to put it to a very severe test. I made an album called Layla and Assorted Love Songs, and I thought, well, if it sells well without any name attached to it, then it's good music. Because I probably wasn't sure, you see.
And Layla was probably the biggest commercial success you've ever had.
Yeah.
And after that, you dropped out. You disappeared.
Yeah.
Why?
Dope, mainly. I hate to say, the evil drugs and drink syndrome caught up with us.
Yeah. To people who are, as it were, non-addictive personalities, it's almost incomprehensible that somebody as intelligent, as talented as you, would blow it all. Well, for what reason? I mean, can you define why?
I think the worst thing about drugs is that they feel so nice the first time you take them. And that's something they can't ever really deal with. They can deal with rehabilitation and the severer forms of drug addiction in its later stages. But the first time that people dabble with drugs, which is the most dangerous time, is that it'll feel good that first time. And you think, oh, well, this is nice, and I can take it or leave it. But of course, and you can probably for maybe a year, but then sooner or later this will creep up on you. And before you know it, you're hooked. And that's the main problem above everything else, is that it's actually a pleasant experience, Terry.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, we haven't asked you here to inveigh against drug taking and all the rest of it. But I mean, 3 years of your life just went out the window. When you were in the middle of that, were you ever saying to yourself, I've got to pull myself together, I've got to stop doing this?
I wasn't in any rush, but I did see, at the end, I started to see some very bad danger signs, you know, and I realized that I was actually selling things to keep my habit going.
And what made you stop?
I think it was that and an ultimatum issued by a friend that they were probably going to turn me in. you know. And also, at the same time, that a lot of friends rallied round. Pete Townsend, Steve Winwood, all the chaps got in and tried to dig me out of the hole I was in. And I think that had a great effect.
And now you're completely drug-free, have been for some years. And teetotal as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's much better for you.
Of course it is.
Well,
I mean,
I'm not, you know.
No, but I mean, you... Anyway, let's have a look at it, because when you came back, then you started to record, you started to play again, and we have a little clip that we'd like to see. Do you ever look at something like that? That was the Princess Trust concert in '87. Do you ever look at something like that and think of how lucky you were?
Yeah, to get through it. Well, a lot of mates have gone down, you know, over the years. A lot of friends have slipped away. I daren't think about the amount of people that we've lost to...
You're one of the few that, because the majority of people go down through it.
Yeah.
You came through.
I think I think the music's kept me going, you know, the love of the music.
You've branched out into writing film scores as well.
Yeah.
You did Edge of Darkness, which won you a British Academy Award.
Yeah.
And what about producing? Do you ever feel that you should produce?
I'd love to. I would love to, but I think I've got problems in my ears. Really?
It's not evident in the way you play.
Well, actually, no. I think even that. I think I can probably take more volume than most normal people can. Because of the bashing they've had.
But standing there, you think the ears have gone?
They've gone. I tried to produce a record, and when it came time to mix the record, I found that I didn't hear as much as the people around me were hearing.
Because Beethoven did quite well being
We did
a bit
that.
deaf as well.
Well, I don't think we're in the same league.
No, but I mean, you'd like to go on composing, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
And what about playing?
I think I'll play till I drop, really.
You've managed to get over the old reticence in the sense that it's now Eric Clapton and the band playing. Yeah. And was that a struggle to put yourself out front?
Well, yes, I've always enjoyed more being a part of a band. It's a very kind of contradictory thing, because at the same time I'd like to be famous, but I want to hide as well. You know what I mean?
Well, a lot of people think that. Now, the concerts at the Albert Hall this week is
Someone going tonight?
Monday.
Oh, all right.
Monday,
See you
yeah.
then.
Yeah, and are you playing all the old hits? That lady sounded extremely young. I mean, it's not for the middle-aged ravers, is it?
Well, it's for everyone, I think. You know, it's good music. It's we try and keep it, you know, alive.
Yeah.
You know, it's not. Some of it's pretty old, you know, in terms of when it was written and everything. But we try and keep it updated a little bit if we can.
Yeah, you're obviously doing that. It's been an enormous success. You're there tonight.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, continued success, and thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you, Tom.